Monteiro, co-founder of Path Trading Partners, along with Bob Iacchino. Please bear with me again, as mentioned on my other video. One of my dogs passed away today, so I'm doing my best to get out some videos and keep everybody going with the cryptos and maybe possibly keep my mind off it a bit. So Ethereum came down, hit the next 780 level, moved sideways, 8 pushing the price down, then collapsed. I mean, it collapsed all the way through the next levels. I could redraw them, but it collapsed through. It found some support. If you look all the way over here, this was a nice little support level and a key again level right around from the beginning of February. So it found some support there. No buying opportunity yet. So what we'll be watching for on a rally back up. Watch for some resistance with the declining 8. If it does rally, come in about 767 to 772, or watch for it to move sideways again and 8 to come down and see if 8 pushes the price. I mean, this has moved pretty far, pretty fast. Now, next key level's lower. We do have an ABC projection I did from the highs on the 17th to the lows on the 22nd, and projected from the highs on the 27th, which, interesting enough, gave us this full target of this red line, this 703. And then if we take this high on the 27th and project it to this most recent low, we get a really nice cluster there at 703. So if we do turn back down, that's going to be a key level to watch for. And if we break through that 682, let's check in on the daily chart. Daily chart. So again, we had a little buying stuff there, but not enough. We don't have a high probability reversal pattern, so we're just sitting on our hands. We got the rotation zone against us on a stronger rally. Major breakdown levels at 802, so essentially 800, and probably the 8's going to come in at that level. So if we do rally back, really pay attention to that level if you did get some, and also pay attention if we rally into the rotation zone on the 4 hour. You might want to raise your stop if you were trying to bottom pick in here. If we do get down to these other levels, it's prior support right below the 703 level, prior major support you see here, where buyers stepped in at both these levels back at the beginning of February and even back at the end of December before the major rally up. So that's a key level to watch for. Switching over to Monero. Monero came down holding just above this other level. We were sloppy double top, and the one's not high probability. We were just using it for a possible level, holding just above that level, moving back up and then collapsing down. Really, we talked about focusing on this 315.59 level, which we got the snapback there, and I will show you again why we were targeting that level. First of all, from this triggered double top, it's the first level down that we watch for if we're shorting to move down our stops, but we use it to possibly look for a buying pattern. And switching over to the daily real quick, it was the bottom of the rising rotation zones and another GAN level right below that. So that was a very key area to watch for. This rotation zone is still holding, but watch if it closes back below this 313 level, that it will not be good. So let's switch back to 4 hours on this. Again, a lot of buyers will step in on this because of the hard fork coming up. Now, resistance, you see here, buyers stepped in. Now that's resistance is also stepped in there. So anybody who's essentially bought since beginning of March, the 2nd of March, is now underwater in this. So they may be looking to unload on a rally back up, and we have the rotation zone back above us. So really 340 to 347 is going to be major resistance. We're also below the 50 now. That's minor resistance. And if it does turn lower, then watch for the retest of these lows at the 315, then the 305, and possibly the 296. We're just going to wait for some kind of high probability reversal. We do have some divergences here. So on a dip, a very aggressive buyer could try to buy based off some divergences here. But again, if it broke below this lows, we'd be out and waiting for new lower prices to unfold. Let's just again check in on the daily. Daily, not much else. We have the 50-day right below that. So between these two levels, if it does break below the 305 level, you can also focus right at this 300 level and watch for reversal patterns. Again, just because we have the levels does not mean you just step in and buy there. We're again watching with the weakness in the cryptocurrencies right now. We're watching for some good reversal patterns, not just trying to buy every dip. Finally, switching over to Ripple. Ripple coming all the way down. We had a cluster here that we talked about right around this 81, 84 area, which we spiked below, then snapped back above it. Still no high probability reversal pattern for us. We can now make this into a forward Gann box just in case these levels don't hold. Again, watch if we come back down, especially if we rally back up here to this again, prior support, prior support, prior support, now resistance. So everybody in here who's bought essentially Ripple, wow, since the 22nd is now, well, even before that is wrong. I mean, you could go back to the 9th, so people might look to unload some on this rally back up, and we have the declining rotation zone. The first key level is about this 88.29. Next major level we're looking at is 90.85. Or, as I mentioned before, if this does move sideways, watch what happens when the 8 pushes the price down. Again, we're just watching for a high probability reversal signal. There was this cluster at this 81.84 level, so if we came back down to that and then formed like a nice bottoming pattern, that could be an aggressive buying opportunity. If we break lower, 74.82 and then 71 levels. Let's check in the daily chart and see how this looks. So daily chart overhead, we have the resistance, the rotation zone overhead, and nothing else to really talk about besides this big breakdown, this prior support, now becoming major resistance at this 88, really around this 88.34 level. That's why I left these Gann projections on there, because you can see if it rallies back up there, that's going to be some major resistance. So we have for you on Ripple, and we will talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.